Section 6.5, we're going to be talking about the idea of commission. Maybe you don't know what commission is. So commission is the percent applied to sales that determines an employee's earnings. So this is for salesmen or saleswoman. So the idea is a salesman sells a car. For selling that car, they earn some money, and they actually earn money based on how much they sold the car for. And so they make money on that. So that for the company or for the car dealership, that gives the salesperson incentive to work hard and to try to sell cars. Otherwise, if they didn't pay them that much, they might sit around and not work as hard. But if the more cars they sell, the more money they make, and that is commission. Commission is often used for salesmen. So commission is the percent applied. So the term commission is used to refer to the percent that's applied to the sales or the total amount of earnings that a salesperson receives. So sometimes people say commission, they're referring to how much money they actually made. Unfortunately, they kind of use that for two different things. So it could be a percent, or it could actually refer to the total amount of earnings. We'll actually use the word earnings quite a bit to talk about the money amount that the salesperson receives. So example 1, Robert sold $856.45 worth of Christian books. He earned 18% commission on his sales. How much did Robert earn? So we're looking for a money amount that Robert earned. Well, this really refers back to a percent times whole equals part. So that's the percent formula that we've used often. Percent times whole equals part. In this case, percent is the commission percent times the whole, that's the amount sold, and the part is what he earns. So again, a lot of times we'll say earnings. All right, so commission percent times the amount sold equals the earnings. Again, it's a percent times whole equals part equation. All right, so let's fill this in. Percent. So using our percent formula, percent, he earns 18%. Times the whole, that's the amount sold. He sold $856.45 worth, is equal to the part. That's equal to his earnings. Let's use capital E for earnings. So really all we do for this is we're going to multiply, and we will get the earnings. 856.45 times 0.18. So I'm just going to multiply here. You guys can multiply that on your own. So that's 8 times all those. We add a 0, and then we multiply by 1. So multiplying by 1 is easy. You just get the same number. And then we add 11, 6, 11, 13, 14, 15. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal digits to the right of the decimal, so we need to move over 1, 2, 3, and 4. So his earnings, as long as we multiplied correctly, is 154.16. It's 161, But we're talking about money, so we round to the nearest cent. So his earnings are $154.16. All right, let's take a look at these next two. Find the earnings, round to the nearest cent. Well, we know that percent times whole equals part. The percent is the commission, which we changed to a decimal, so 0.3. It's good commission. Times the whole, that's the total sales, so $752.90 will equal the earnings. So we can multiply that, 752.90 times 0.3. Didn't really need to put the 0 there, but it won't hurt anything. We got 0, 7, add the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15, add 1, and 22. We have 1, 2, 3 digits to the right of the decimal. 1, 2, 3. So this salesperson earned $225.87. More of the same. So we know percent. Should know this formula now. Percent times whole equals part. Percent. That we need to change to a decimal. Move the decimal over twice. 0.085. So 0.085 times the total sales, 2,195, is equal to the earnings. This time I wrote it out instead of putting an E. And now we just need to multiply. So we have 2,195 times 0.085. Multiply that. We multiply, now we add 5, 7, 5, the 1, 6, 8, 1. We have 1, 2, 3 digits to the right of the decimal. 1, 2, 3. So earnings turn out to be $186, and we're going to need to round, so, and 58 cents. All right. Let's take a look at the last two here. Sorry, last three. Find the amount of sales. Oh, this is different. This time we're finding the amount of sales if Ben earns $189 and the commission is 25%. So we have percent times whole equals part. We said that's our commission. That, which is the percent times the sales, the total sales, is equal to earnings. Now, we don't have to write that every time, but I wanted you to see this. This time, we have the earnings. So we actually have this number over here, 189. We have the percent is 25%, and we're actually trying to find the total sales. Let's use a T. So back to our percent equations. When we did this before, percent times whole equals part. Remember, we would divide both sides by 0.25 because we want to get that total sales by itself. So now we have to do a division problem to the side. 0.25 into 189. Move the decimal over twice, so we move this decimal over twice and fill in with zeros. 25 into 18 doesn't work. 25 into 189 is 7. 7 times 5 is 25. So 5 add the 2. 7 times 2 is 14. Add 2 is 16. I'm sorry, add the 3. Made a multiplying mistake there. So 7 times 5 is 35. So we put 5 and add the 3 here. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 3 is 17. So now we subtract. 9 minus 5 is 4. 8 minus this very messy 7 is 1. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. We bring down a 0. 25 into 140. It's 5 times. 5. That's 125. Uh-oh, running out of room. We'll just have to cross this out later, but we got 15. We have another 0 that we're bringing down, so 150. 25 into 150, 6. Good, that works out. So 756 is T. So the total sales, the total amount of sales was $756. All right, next one, find the commission. All right, well, this time we're looking for the commission, which is the percent. So this is our percent. That's what we want to find. So we know percent times whole equals part. Percent, that's our commission. We don't need, or we don't know that. We don't know that. So that's going to be our variable. That's our X. Times the whole. So find the commission if the earnings are $210 and the total sales is $3,500. This is our total, or our whole, and the earnings represent the part. So whole is 3,500. The part is 210. Well, we want to solve this little equation for x, so we divide both sides by 3,500. Make sure you show this work as you go through this. Well, we have a division problem again. Now, one thing we can do is we can simplify first. So we know 10 goes into both of these. 10 goes into this 21 times, and 10 goes into that 350. If you're still thinking about multiples, you realize 7 goes into both of these. 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into 350 50 times. So really we're trying to change, so that made a mess there, 3 over 50. And we want commission, so we want a percent. So we don't want to leave it as 3/50ths, we want to change it to a percent. The surefire always works way to do it is to divide. And then change it to a percent. So we could do 50 into 3, and we would get our answer. But since we're changing to a percent, remember percent means what? It means per 100. So if we can get that denominator to be 100, 3 times 2 is 6, we know that this is 6%. 6 per 100. That's a quicker way to do it if we have one of those denominators that is a factor of 100. Again, way that always works is you can divide, so we could have done 3 into 50 and you would still get 6%. And there were more than I thought. So find the amount of sales, that's the whole, with an earnings of $243 and a commission of 15%. So we know that percent times whole equals part. What is the percent? It is 15%, which we write as 0.15 because we have the decimal over twice. 0.15. We want to find the whole. That's our total sales, or a W for whole. And the earnings is the part, so 243. To solve for W, we divide both sides by 0.15. And we're trying to find W, the whole. That's going to be a dollar amount. So we're going to do 0.15 into 243. Move the decimal over twice. So move this decimal over twice. Fill in some zeros. 15 into 24 goes once. We get 15, and we subtract, and we get 9. We bring down the 3. 15 into 93 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So this is 90. We subtract, and we bring down a 0. 15 into 30 is twice. 2 times 15 is 30. We get a 0, but we still have a 0 left, so we have to bring down a 0, and 15 goes into 0 times. And so we get the whole is $1,620. And then our final one, find the commission with sales of $1,900 and earnings of $152. So percent times whole equals part. We want to find the commission, and that's the percent. So that's going to be our X. The whole is the sales, so that's 1,900, and the part is 152. Once again, the way that we solve this is we divide both sides by 1,900. And we get X equals, we have to do the division first, 1,900 into 152. 1,900 does not go into 152, so we need to add a 0. 1,900 does not go into 1,520, so we have to add another 0. And 1,900 into this, I'm going to take a guess here, so it went in 0 here. Let's try 8. 0, 0. 8 times 9 is 2, or 72, so we put 2, add the 7. Oh, perfect. 15, we subtract, we get 0. So X equals 0.08. Now, what does that represent? That represents the commission, and we want to write the commission as a percent. So this is 8% commission. And there you go. So sometimes, like looking at those last 3, well, actually, I guess through the whole lesson, sometimes you want to find the total sales, like in example 3. Sometimes you want to find the commission, like in example 4 and example 6. And sometimes you want to find the earnings, which was example 1 and example 2. So you have plenty of examples to follow as you work through your assignment.